Hello. I wanted to come on and show just a couple of the products that I've been using from the website interfacing.com, also known as Barb's Bags. So the first one that I've been using, and I got this probably like 8 months ago, but we came across wovenfuse, which is an alternative to Helen's SF101. Shape Flex 101 is also what it's called, but it is a woven fusible interfacing, and it's significantly cheaper, which is fantastic. There's a slight, I'd say like a higher thread count, but like a tighter weave, so it comes across just a tiny little bit thicker. You may not even notice if you're not used to using either. So that's really nice. And then it also fuses much better than the SF101 would. So she sells it in a couple different packages. You can get like 7-yard packages that it's much wider, and it's just like 45 inches wide. And then she has a bulk package as well, which comes out to be, I can't remember, but it's like 75 yards or something crazy if you're comparing it to the SF101. And I actually unroll it and roll it up on an old bolt just because I find this much easier, and it is it's twice as wide. So normally like SF101 would just be one layer all wound up, but this is actually 2 layers, which is nice. So I get a lot of use out of that. I actually need to place another order. So that's the first one. The newest product that she's been offering is something called decovil, I guess is how you say it. But there is a heavy and a light, which it is what it says. One's heavy and one's a little bit lighter. So here's 2 pieces, and they're just about the same color. But you can even tell just from looking at kind of the thickness, and the one's not quite as see-through, but this is the light. You can see how it's pretty thin, and then this is the heavy, which it's much thicker. But both have like almost a waxy feel to the fusible side, and you can see kind of like the shine on there. But it's a really interesting product, and I think the thing I like the most is that once it's fused to your fabric and you have to turn the bag inside out and repress it, the wrinkles will not hold. You will have some wrinkles just because it's the nature of turning a bag completely inside out through a tiny hole, but you're not going to get the wrinkles that stay like you would with, say, like an 809 or like a Peltex product. And so today, what I was going to show you too was fusing a piece and how quickly it will fuse. I'm making a Blue Cala Speedwell backpack, so I was going to fuse a piece of each, which is kind of nice. So here, I'll move you over here to see if you can see. So I have a press. I have a steam press, but I don't actually use the steam, so it's kind of neat. So I already have some wovenfuse put onto the wrong side of the fabric, so that's already on there. And a little trick that I like to do is I like to just kind of like heat the fabric up, so that when you put down the decovil, I always say it wrong, it's decovil. You kind of lay it where you want it to be, and because your fabric is kind of heated up, it kind of smooths out, because she does have to make it most cost effective to us, she does have to fold it when she ships it. And so it will lay like that, and then you just put it down, and I don't know, mine usually goes for like 5 or 6 seconds. Then it'll beep if you let it, and it's nice and fused. And we'll set that to the side and kind of let it cool for a second. And then another one already has my wovenfuse on there. Just heat it up a little bit. And then this is the heavy, which again, this would be in place of, I'm using it in place of a Peltex. And just put it down. The other one, the light, I'm using, I'm going to be using 2 layers, one on the outside and one on the lining, and that's going to be in place of fusible fleece. So I'm excited to see how that turns out. But so here's the light again, and you can see like it still still gives that floppy, but it is nice and stiff. And now this won't have any wrinkles once it's crumpled, and then if I did need to press it again, I'm not going to see any wrinkles. I've been using the heavy on a bunch of swoon pearl wallets, and it's fantastic. So, alright, here's the heavy, and it gets a little stiffer once it cools down a little bit. Here, we'll cool it down. So you can see, like, it's on there, took only a few seconds. But it's a really neat product. And I know there's another issue that I've kind of been hearing people talk about the cost. And let me grab my piece of paper because I have it worked out. Okay, so I did a little bit of math, and so if you get what she can fit into the flat rate box, which she can fit 5 yards of either light or heavy into a shipping box. And so if you take the cost, it really, and you break it down by square inch, the heavy comes out to 0.015 cents per square inch, and the light comes out to 0.01 cent per square inch. And then if you get Peltex at the lowest possible price, and this is talking like, you know, you've used every coupon you can use, you've waited, you've, you know, driven to the store, it comes out to 0.005 cents. So even though it seems like a bigger cost at first, and I factored it into doing the swoon pearls, and the Peltex would cost 75 cents inside of the wallets, and the decovil heavy would be $2.25. So it is a little bit more, but I feel like what you're getting is such a higher quality, and the item that you're producing is such a higher quality that it makes up for the difference. I mean, it's kind of, if you're looking at using a vinyl versus real leather, like, yeah, it's gonna cost more, but you can get more in the end out of the finished product. So that's kind of my 2 cents on looking at the cost side of things, and how sometimes it's great to save money, but sometimes it's better just to have higher quality materials in your bags and on the outside of your bags. So that's where I've been getting. I tell you, I will not be going back to using SF101 or Peltex. I do have a bunch I have to use up, which I'll probably use in places that you don't really see. So like the bottom of bags, I'll use Peltex, but certainly not like on the outside panels, because I'm done. I'm done with wrinkles. I'm done with messing over fusing things. Like, this is just so easy that it makes up for the cost difference too, because it saves me a bunch of time dealing with it. So if you have any questions, let me know. Again, the website that you can get it from is the gotinterfacing.com. She just redid her website. It's really cute. really user-friendly now. And then she also has a Facebook page, which is Barb's Bags Interfacing on Facebook too. So I hope you check it out, and hope that this was helpful. Thanks.